Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is poppin', everybody? This is Empress J, the Healing Oracle, and I'm tapping back in for another day and another message. As always, I hope that you woke up feeling happy, healthy, wealthy, beautiful, wonderful, ascending, blessed, at peace. Just overall good, okay, in this new beautiful season, okay? And thank you to everyone who subscribes, leaves me a comment. It means everything to me. And I just want you to know that I love you. And if no one else told you today, you know what I'm saying? I love you. And I'm proud of you. You know how far you've come and what you continue to do for yourself and for your belief. And keep doing that, okay? And so today is going to be a quick message. I just had a little message on my heart. Bear with me as I get it out. I don't know if I'm going to read cards or what, but whatever spirit leads me to do, I'm going to do. But I've been thinking about how do we how do we really acknowledge our higher power with our thoughts? How are we connecting with our higher power with the knowing, right? So, as you're growing in your faith, as you're understanding what that is, as you're working on your belief system and you're cultivating the way that you need to be moving forward on your path, I want you to remember this. The thing that sets aside a believer from a non believer is the knowing. It's knowing immediately and the prayer. So, situation comes up, all right, I don't have food in my house, not going, whatever. I don't have say the situation is like I don't have food in my house. Instead of sitting around and obsessing about not having food, it's an immediate Allah, God, angels, ancestors, whatever you believe in, help me right now in this moment. I don't have food, but I know that you will provide. And it has to be left there. Whatever the issue is, when you know that you have a higher power that guides you, that protects you, that helps you, that takes care of you, you have to constantly be leaning in on the knowing. I may not have money right now, but I will get through this day because my Allah will provide. I worry not because I know that with him I'm always provided for. If I wasn't if I wanted to get a job and I did everything I was supposed to do and I felt like that was just supposed to be my job, right? And it didn't happen. It didn't come. It fell through. It didn't come, right? That was not for me. That wasn't for me. Because if it's for me, Allah's going to make sure I get it. Make sure that as you are realizing your belief system and you're coming closer, you're understanding that you have to literally put all of your everything into your belief. So as things are coming up, you are not stressed out because you have a belief. You know that your higher power is going to provide. You have to pray on everything. Be a prayerful person. For everything that comes up, you pray on it. When it's good, you pray. When it's bad, you pray. When you're in the middle, you pray. Constant prayer lessens the problems. There's no problems when you pray because you know that if it's for me, it's going to be for me, and if it's not, I'm leaving it here and I'm giving it to Allah. He'll do whatever you need to do with that, and he with every no, you'll find your yes. So if I got a no right now, I know Allah saying to me with that no that that wasn't for me, so I just remove it out of my mind and I keep moving closer to what Allah has for me, because there is never going to be a time where your God, your belief, whatever you believe in, doesn't have a plan for you. There's always a plan, but you have to follow, right? And it's like, how do you know what the plan is when you don't see it? Well, you feel it. You already are immersing yourself into this belief system. So the more you're studying, you have to literally be removing, because how can you grow on something if you are allowing yourself to be pulled back from other things? So as you're growing on your belief system, make sure that everything in your life is a direct mirror. Like, it has to be a reflection. Everything should be reflecting your belief now. Like your job may not be rooted in, like it may not be a job that has to do with faith, but if you're bringing your spirit team, your belief with you everywhere you go, then it will be a holy place. It will be a job that is, if it's for you, it will always be for you. And then you could be yourself. But my long story short is like, it's the knowing. It's like, what you believe in, right? You feel it. You know that they got you. Whatever you believe in, they got you. So you have to be living that way. Everything has to be in alignment for your assignment. It has to be in alignment with what you believe, and it has to be in alignment with what that belief system wants you to how they want you to live. So if you're a Christian, then you should be living in a Christian-based lifestyle. Your music, your people, what you do every day, it has to be rooted in that faith. So I am a Muslim. Okay, in my heart, I was raised a Christian, but in my heart, I've always been a Muslim, right? So I am a Muslim. So I believe in Allah. But the thing is, when you believe, you believe. I know that Christianity and Islam are close because it's the belief, right? So anyway, I live my life in the guidance of within the guidelines of Islam. But I'm also a spiritualist. So I believe also, I have my religion, that's what I believe in. But I'm a spiritualist, and I also believe in the things that are not in the Quran. I believe also in what I feel. My ancestors, I acknowledge the earth, I acknowledge the air, I acknowledge the elements. So I do a little bit more. So, but because that's what I feel Allah tells me to do. So I guide everything in my life towards that. My music, my relationship, everything has to be centered in Allah. If it's not centered in Him, then I cannot do it, because then it will pull away from my faith. There will be too many things that would try to keep me from that. And then that will be my fault because I'm not in alignment for my assignment. Everything needs to be in alignment with Him and with what He wants for me and from me so that I can live that way. When you have a belief system, you're disciplined, and you are like you are a horse with blinders on. You see nothing but the path, the straight path. That's the way, the belief system that you're cultivating, whatever you believe in, because it may not be just regular black and white. Mine is not black and white. I am a Muslim-based religion, but I have so much other things that I'm feeling, and I honor them. Okay, so as we're doing that, like, just know that you're being seen by your higher power, but you have to constantly stay in alignment with what you're feeling and what you're believing. And it does not, please do not base what you believe off of what anyone else believes. It has to be in alignment with you, with what you feel in your heart, your soul. What helps you? What is making you feel better, like literally, and allowing you to feel your purpose, allowing you to feel the love of God? You know what I'm saying? Allowing you, what is helping you through your darkest moments? What is allowing you to feel better, to feel whole? Because that's what we're looking for, the wholeness, the completeness within ourselves. That's what a higher power, that's what God, that's what Allah, that's what Jah, that's what a belief system does. It gives you that balance, okay? It gives you balance in life. It shows you how you should be living, because you gotta have some type of a belief. Like, you gotta have a discipline. You have to be disciplined, or you'll fall by the wayside. If you have no rules, you live life ruleless. Like, I'm free. I am very free because that's how Allah made me. I'm a free spirit. But there's discipline within my freedom. See, I've been disciplined. That's how I found my freedom. I've been disciplined in what I think, what I believe is all guided towards Allah, is all guided towards the straight path, and I stay on that. If I bring someone into my life and that energy, it does not omit the same positivity that I'm omitting, I immediately can feel it. It interrupts my whole vortex, and I have to remove it, because Allah will not let me move forward with anything that's not for me in my spirit. If it's not for me, it's just not for me. So I want you to be Now, like, we know who we are. We know for the most part what we feel and whatever it is that we believe in. We may not understand it completely, but we know what it is, and we're working every day on that. So make sure that as you're doing that, you're continuing to stay on your straight path and being in the knowing that you have to constantly be giving your stuff to your higher power. You do not stress anymore. You do not worry anymore. All of that stuff is shaitan. That's the devil. The devil wants you to stay stuck in a not, like, in the misunderstanding, in the not knowing. But when you believe, when you truly are a believer, to believe means to give, to like put all of your trust into something. I put all my trust in Allah because He has never failed me and He never will fail me. And as long as I continue to live like that, my life will be fruitful. My life will be beautiful. Allah blesses me every day. That every time I walk one step to Him, even with, if you believe that with God, in the Bible it says you take one step to God, He takes five to you. And I'm telling you, I am a believer. I am a proof. I am proof. You take one step to Him, but I'm telling you, He's jumping five for you. And He's like, yes, He's rooting you on constantly. You alone out here physically, trust me, you believing in God, you believing in your higher power, baby, you not alone. They're just waiting for us to know. They're here. Ask Him for what you need. Ask Him for guidance. You're on going through an addiction. Ask them to remove that craving from your mouth, from your body, from your thoughts. You're in a bad situation, bad relationship. I'll ask them to remove anything that is not for you out of your life. Your children is messing up and you don't know how to help them. Ask them to help you be a better parent. Ask them to help you give these children guidance so that they may live a life on the straight path. I'm talking about getting deep with these prayers, getting into your life, getting real with yourself. What do you need to feel better? What do you need to feel whole? What do you need to feel Allah? What do you need to feel God? Allah, please remove this thought of me being worthless out of my mind. Allah, give me the strength to get through these hard obstacles. Allah, show me my path. Allah, keep my heart open. I'm talking getting deep with these prayers. If you don't know what to say, thank Him. Gratitude is the best thing that you could give your higher power, your ancestors, your orishas, the angels, the elements. I thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for giving me beautiful, wonderful, nutritious food to eat that is from the earth, pure, from God. See, when we live a basic life, when we get back to our roots of the trueness of who we are, and we get back to living the way that our higher power wants us, we start to honor things that we did not recognize before. We start to honor the earth. We start to honor the food that we eat. We start to honor the animals that are slaughtered so that we may eat and be nourished. We start to honor things, and because we're honoring them, we're giving back, we're giving gratitude to our higher power, because nothing could be done, nothing could be made, nothing was here before Him. He created everything, and because He created everything, He created it with the knowing that we would need this to heal. This is what we would need to feed ourselves. This is what we would need to get to where we need to go. So the more that we are living a basic life, and we are using the things that were organically, naturally put here in the world for you and for me to procreate, to live the best life. When you connect the earth and the elements and the food that we're eating together with Allah, with your higher power, like, you're honoring them. You're honoring the gift of this life, the gift of the things that we're given in this life so that we can sustain it and live the best life. That is the goal, to live the best life. But you cannot live the best life without a belief. You cannot live your best life without knowing that you are gotten, like they got you. You don't need to worry. Just give it to them. And that's all they want. They want, our higher power really, really, really wants. Could you imagine? It's like being a parent and you have to literally sit back and watch your child. We've all done this. Make mistakes, but major mistakes, when all they had to do was ask you for help. All they had to do was give you something to relieve the pain. and they won't do it. Can you imagine how that feels for him, for our higher power? Imagine how they feel when when we go through this life without honoring them, when we go through this life in pain, regret, and addiction, and all these things, when all we need to do is ask for help. It's that easy. And just because you can't ask, they can't move anything unless you start moving things. It's a collaborative effort. We work together. They don't just work for me, and I don't just work for myself. We work together for the higher good, for me to work my purpose in this life, because we got a job to do, and I'm doing my job with them. So I work with them. So I give them, my part, and they give me their part, and together we are, I'm gonna live my life the correct way, on a straight path. They give me what I need. I am never, and I say they because it's my Allah, my ancestors, my Orishas, my angels, my passed on loved ones. I honor all of them because I can feel them. People's lives were given and then sacrificed for mine. That's how I look at it. Like, people, the ones who came before me did something, so now I have something else to do. And because of their belief and because of God, I can feel that. Because of Allah, I can feel them, and I can feel him. And I know that it's all because of the knowing. When I wasn't believing, when I wasn't living my life on the straight path, my life was different. There was a lot of pain inside, a lot of stress, a lot of unsteadiness, and a lot of insecurities within myself. So what I really want you to know is that you remove the stress, you remove the insecurity, you remove the pain, you remove the regret, you remove it all the negativity that we hold on to, all that tension, all that stuff. We remove that when we give it to God, when we give it to Allah, when we have a knowing, when we know that they got us. They're never far from us. They're right within me. They're here. I'm never far from my Creator. He's never far from me. I believe, and I work on my belief every day so I can be stronger in His will every day. So the more I give, the less I have to hold on to. There's nothing here. It's pure now. It's clean. I'm clean inside. I'm clean everywhere because I give my stuff to Allah, and I leave it there and I walk away. He knows what to do with it. I don't. So I just want you to know, come on now, we're in the knowing now. We know who we have. We know who has us. So let's every day keep working on removing, releasing, and renewing ourselves in our faith, in our belief system, and sitting in it, and really, really letting whatever you believe in just change your life. Okay? That's the message. So I hope you found something in this message. I love you, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. It's Thursday, y'all. Let's get this day done. You hear me? It's about to be the weekend. We done got through another week, okay? And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. No matter what, I'm proud of you. You got to be proud of yourself in the good, the bad, the in between. Please. God's in everything. Know it. Know that. He's in everything. He's in the no. He's in the yes. He's in the maybe. He's in the good. He's in the bad. He's in the misunderstanding. He's in everything, because it's all in the understanding of wanting, it's all in him wanting us to ask him for help. It's all in us. It's all in the greater good of us. But anyway, so I hope that you like the message. I love you, and have a great rest of your day. If you need a hug, I'm sending you a hug. If you need a kiss, I'm sending you a kiss. Much, much, much positivity, my people. I love you. I love you all. Peace be to each and every one of you. Peace be unto you and your soul, your family, everybody. Okay? Later.